Doctor, lawyer, engineer, the holy trinity of immigrant approval. That was supposed to be the golden ticket. That was supposed to be proof that you made it. And after that, boom. The next step was supposed to be find a girlfriend, get married and settle down, and have kids. But here's the truth. You might have a stable income. You might have corporate success. You might be qualified in all sorts of things. But that no longer translates over to today's Western dating landscape. You followed the blueprint, but the world changed, and the blueprint didn't. And if you're a first or second generation immigrant kid whose family migrated over to a Western country from an Asian country, this one's for you. Our parents passed down that system onto us because that was what worked for them. In a time and culture where being out of the social spotlight meant safety, where getting good grades and landing a decent job right out of school was enough to signal your place and identity in society. Where staying low-key throughout your youth and early adulthood signaled that you were a reliable bachelor. But since then, the terrain has changed. We live in an attention economy now, and also emerging authenticity economy. And in this terrain, where the visibility is currency, simply being competent at your job doesn't make you visible. Being safe doesn't make you memorable. In fact, it's almost the opposite. Playing it safe is the fastest way to get passed over, especially as a guy. If you're an Asian guy in the West, this hits harder because growing up, we didn't have visibility pre-built into the culture for us. The only archetype that existed for us was passive, pragmatic, smart but overlooked and awkward, and not confident. When you grow up with the message of you're useful but you're not desired, internalized, we start to live like it. We minimize ourselves. We become afraid of self-expression and don't see it as something that's for us. You wait for someone to give you a chance. And even if you succeed by conventional metrics, it doesn't translate into success in dating. Because success without story is silent. That's why developing and building personal narrative isn't optional for Asian guys in the West. It's essential if you want to thrive socially and not just spend your days trying to get by. You need to show people how to see you. You need to be the author of your own life. And I see people focusing on all the wrong things like hustle culture and gym culture. You don't need to be a tech bro or a finance bro or an academic weapon or the gym bro. You just need to be truthfully expressing yourself. Because if you don't write your own story, you'll end up living your life as a background character in someone else's story. And that's probably not a flattering role. Now let's talk about the biggest trap. Many guys rely solely on diversity and DEI initiatives, thinking that that will translate over well in dating. Let me be blunt. If you're a guy, girls aren't going to choose you out of charity. No one's going to choose you because you're pitied. Men aren't elevated through sympathy. No one's going to choose you just because of some inclusivity policy. You don't date someone because of some inclusivity movement. You date someone because you feel something with them. That spark, that energy, that flow. And if you're an Asian guy in the West, you need to understand that credentials won't make you felt. Diversity movements can make you visible, seen, acknowledged, even understood, and respected. But those don't automatically translate into desire or intrigue. You can't rely on those initiatives to fix that for you. So stop waiting to be chosen, otherwise you'll be waiting forever. Start being the author of your own life and build your personal narrative. Your academic credentials and job titles will make you employable, but it won't make you felt. And in a world that's getting more and more automated, being able to resonate, to be able to be felt, is more important than ever before. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.